interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
No, I don't think so, no.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Let's pick a random moment in time, February 2025. Only 6 Premier League bosses actually held the official title of manager rather than head coach. Man City's Pep Guardiola, David Moyes of Everton, Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025, there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
A very good morning to you. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing all right on this absolutely miserable morning. Early breakfast with you, seeing you through at 6 o'clock this morning when Alan Brazil and his best friend Ray Party Barla will brighten up your Friday morning. We're building up to the lads back at 6, but here's what's coming up over the next hour with Nick.
Morning, Shebahn. Yeah, we'll start at the Emirates. Arsenal missed the chance to go 8 points clear, but everyone's talking about that Martinelli, Conor Bradley incident. We'll hear from Steve Harmison on who might captain England after Ben Stokes. And we'll look ahead to a huge weekend of FA Cup third round ties, 11 of them live on talkSPORT. As always, get involved on the usual number. Give us a call, 03717 223344, or on the text 81089.
Wonderful stuff. How have you been?
I've been all right, yeah.
Heard you had some sort of virus.
Yeah, I don't really want to...
What kind of virus are we talking? Is it norovirus? Because you can tell your mama Shebs.
Do you want the details?
Yeah. If it was norovirus, tell me everything because I've had it.
I don't know if it was noro. I came down with like headaches.
Oh no, it's not norovirus then.
And achy muscles.
A headache in your butt.
And then, well, I got the D, but not the V.
You got the what now?
Story of my life.
That sounds like a great little virus to have.
Yeah, I escaped the V, but was hit with some D.
Right.
Yeah. Get your head out of the gutter. Oh, I suppose we're well in the gutter anyway.
Was hit with some D over the weekend, Nick.
A lot of people going down. You've been ill as well, have you?
Where's your head at this morning?
Oh, it's nothing to me.
No, I've been fine, touch wood. But I did get...
Another euphemism. Can you stop this?
Where did this all come from?
I don't know.
Euphemism bingo on a Friday.
That Friday feeling.
Yeah, if you want to join in on that, 81089. No, I've been absolutely sound, to be honest. I haven't been unwell in what feels like a while, so that's me cursing myself already. Be good to have you back. Nice to see you this Friday morning.
Yeah, nice one.
Go and read the Bible and cleanse yourself of your sins for this last 20 seconds.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Nick. How are you doing? Hope you're okay. We're seeing the weather absolutely miserable. I think the same parts of Wales under snow this morning. Storms, random storms, generational storms in parts of the country, and absolutely piddling down as well. So go easy if you're out and about this morning on the roads. Please go safely and allow extra time to travel as well. Looking at the back pages for you this Friday morning, all about the game last night. Goalless at the Emirates. Didn't have a lot that game, did it? But I have to say, Liverpool had Arsenal. Arsenal's title push is the headline in the Daily Mail, and the pictures of that kind of moment that went on when Martinelli tried to pull Connor Bradley off the pitch, when there's a good chance that Bradley has what looks like quite a nasty injury. That's dominating all the headlines this morning. Back page of The Sun, their headline is "That's Brad Behaviour." The Telegraph is going for Brook clashed with nightclub bouncers hours before match. Harry Brook making a number of the headlines this morning as well. It's back page of the Times. Brook fined for bouncer row. White ball captain apologises for the nightclub incident. McCullum says he won't be told what to do. All of the fallout from what happened with the Ashes will be coming up later on in the show as well. But let's start at the Emirates last night. Arsenal fans, were you there? Clinging on for a point. And Liverpool played very, very well. How did you feel about that performance? It all kind of seems to be going under the radar, and all of the focus seems to be on this controversy with Gabriel Martinelli. So Connor Bradley was injured on the pitch towards the end of the game, and that is taking all of the headlines, understandably so. Here's how it all sounded for you live here on talkSPORT last night.
This could be an even bigger statement, taking 3 points from Liverpool on their way to taking the Premier League trophy from Liverpool.
And then it's a chip by Bradley off the bar, comes back to Gakpo inside the 6-yard box. He tries to shoot, it's blocked. I think he's hurt himself, Bradley. He's landed awkwardly and hurt himself. That's why he's just nudged that ball out of play.
Well, it's his knee, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. And immediately...
Oh, who's doing that?
Martinelli's pushed him off the pitch. And that is the final act of the match. And after City and Aston Villa dropped points yesterday, Arsenal do the same at home against Liverpool. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0.
I'm still gobsmacked that Gabriel Martinelli wasn't sent off there. You drop a ball on an injured player and then you grab hold of him while he's on the ground.
That was a little kick up the backside to Arsenal, I think, to say you're not going to get it all your own way even here, because there's a lot of good teams around.
Throws the ball at him and then he tries to manhandle him off the pitch. The boy's career could be in the balance. Absolutely disgusting.
If you cannot win it at the end, we have to take the point. The players deserve a massive credit and praise for what they've done in this Christmas period, in those 6 matches, and we come out of that in a really strong position.
So Connor Bradley's going for the ball. He goes down. You can tell he's hurt himself. In the moment I was watching the game and I went, oh, like you can tell he's done something there. Martinelli then goes towards him. He kind of throws the ball off him and then he leans his knee on him to try and push him off the pitch, and then he full on pushes him. If you haven't seen it, pop onto Instagram or TikTok, it'll be the first thing there probably. Dominic Szoboszlai from Liverpool spoke about this incident after the game.
Yeah, I said it before. I think the health of a player is more important than anything else. And you could see that he's not just joking, because hopefully not, but his knees, I don't know, we will see. So... and as a team we have to defend him, obviously, and we were there for him, but as I said, he's more important than the 3 points.
Well said from Dominic Szoboszlai last night after the game. On the sports bar, Jason Cundy was absolutely fuming. By the way, Connor Bradley seen leaving the Emirates last night on crutches. He thinks there should be more of a punishment for Martinelli's behaviour.
I thought it was a disgrace for Martinelli. Honestly, that is so unnecessary. I know what he's thinking. He thinks that Bradley's wasting time. You cannot... it's a red card, by the way. He should have it's 2 yellows. He throws the ball at him, and then he tries to manhandle him off the pitch. The boy's career could be in the balance. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting from Martin. Classless, right? Absolutely classless. And the Liverpool players, I saw Canate get involved. Honestly, if I was a Liverpool fan there, I would be absolutely raging. I was amazed that Liverpool players didn't get more involved. But I hope and pray that it's not as serious as it might be. But for Martinelli there, mate, utterly classless.
Completely not a good look for Gabriel Martinelli. I don't know if I'm the only one on the planet who doesn't think it's that horrid. You know, Jason said at the beginning of the clip, he thinks he's time wasting. So he thinks he's time wasting then, you know, and we can understand why now in football, when things like this happen, you do think it's time wasting. However, maybe Martinelli didn't see the way that the Conor Bradley going down. I'm just watching it on the screen at the minute. Maybe he's not realised just how much everybody else watching at home went, oh, he's done something there, and he's trying to move him off the pitch. By the way, couple of things to update you on. Martinelli's gone on Instagram and said, Conor and I have messaged. I've already apologised to him. I really didn't understand. He was seriously injured in the heat of the moment. Perfect. Already apologised and hoping that he's going to move on. I want to say I'm deeply sorry for reacting. Sending Conor all of my best wishes again and a quick recovery. Showing a bit of class there. By the way, there's a number of people who just hate Arsenal, right? I heard this conversation on talkSPORT at home listening this week, who really dislike the fan base, who really dislike Arteta, who really dislike the team, and this is another reason to dislike Arsenal. I just don't think like that. I just can't get on board with this narrative that Arsenal are so dislikable because they're doing well. I cannot get on board with it. Martinelli, not a good look. He's probably going to learn from the situation. And by the way, can we just add that Conor Bradley wasn't dragged kicking and screaming off the pitch and booted into an oblivion, which everybody's getting on like he has been. He's been pushed. He's a big boy. He'll live. He's apologised. Everybody should move on. And by the way, it's a bigger problem in football that we've got just now. Arne Slot even added to that last night in his post-match press conference. He says, Martinelli seems like a nice guy. It's a problem in general with football that there's so much time wasted in final parts of the game that then others think players are pretending when it comes to that towards the end of a game. It does happen. We're seeing it week in, week out. By the way, Conor Bradley was brilliant last night and I really hope he's okay. It doesn't look like from the way that he's gone down he is okay. Looks like there might be a bad injury there and I'm sure Martinelli will live and learn. But calling for his head and a stick and his punishment and blood is a little bit much for a Friday morning at 5:10. Do you agree? Do you disagree? 03717 22 3344. Should there be a further punishment for Martinelli here? Or are the big boys, should we all just shake hands and move on? 81089 if you would like to get involved in that. Speaking of big boys and moving on, Spurs, Romero. Oh, I love that social media post this week. Spurs boss Thomas Franks confirmed that Romero is still captain and has not been fined despite his social media outburst. He's apologised to the Spurs fans after appearing to criticise the club's hierarchy for not only coming out to speak when things aren't going well with the club. He made it sound like they feel unsupported. The big dogs are only there when they're doing well. Thomas Frank called it a mistake and says things are being handled internally.
I think when you're not in how can I say, when there's big expectations, then we can always discuss if the expectations are aligned of where we are in a transitional period, which is one thing, that's fine. And then there is a lot of emotions in these games, and in football, a lot of emotion in football, and it's not going the right direction you want, and you get how can you say, feels the pressure or emotional after a game or whatever. Everyone reacts differently. We're working very hard on being a cool, calm but still passionate unit that can compete every game, and that will go a little bit up, it'll go a little bit down.
Thomas Frank there defending Christian Romero, as he should. But if Christian Romero was a manager, he'd have been sacked by now for speaking out against his beloved board. I think, he's probably right in a way, Christian Romero. Is he? Is he wrong? Will we move on from this? Has it put a bit of a stain on things moving forward? Is he highlighting deeper problems at the club, which we already knew were there? Having a player post something like that doesn't shine a good light on anything. But we wonder if Romero should be punished, should be sent to prison for his social media post on the board. I'm joking, it's never going to be like that. But should he be spending his next week at the training ground? Jose Mourinho is making his Benfica players sleep at the training ground this week after losing the League Cup game to Braga. That's the punishment. I'm pretty sure Mourinho's done this before, hasn't he? Made people sleep at the training ground. I'm sure this isn't his first time that he's done this. He said, I hope the players sleep as well as I do, which is to say that they don't sleep at all. I love that man. He's box office. Is that going to work for the players? Is that a punishment that they'll take on board and grow from and learn from? And what shall we do for Christian Romero to punish him for speaking out against his board? Creative punishments welcome this morning for Romero. 81089, as silly as they can be, make them that way. I was thinking, because of the whole coffee cup this week with Thomas Frank with the Arsenal label, maybe Romero could make the tea and coffee for a week for all of the staff that work there. You know, there's always someone probably running around after the players doing everything for them. We reversed the roles. I think maybe he could do that this week. Punishments for Romero speaking out in his club. Just keep them lighthearted, people, all right? 81089. Don't make it a similar punishment to Gabriel Martinelli. Or does he need to be punished more for what happened to Conor Bradley last night and pushing him off the pitch? I don't think so. I don't think he's realised what he's done. He'll learn from it. He'll move on. 81089 03717 2233 Let's have a little blather in the rain this Friday morning. It's the weekend breakfast here on talkSPORT. It's not the weekend breakfast. All right? It's the early breakfast here on talkSPORT. Feels like the weekend. And coming up next, we'll look ahead to our bumper weekend of FA Cup action. Good morning. Morning. Welcome along to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. It's me, Shebahn, Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour with you at 6 o'clock this morning. Some of your other headlines. Today, Manchester City will officially announce the signing of Antoine Semenyo. It's believed that's going to happen today. He signed a 5.5-year contract with the club, cost $62.5 million to make the move from Bournemouth. Good luck to him. Seems like one of the good guys. In other news, Leeds United's plans to expand Ellen Road have been approved. The stadium capacity will go up to 53,000 after work this summer. And also Callum McFarlane's been promoted to first team coach at Chelsea after impressing Liam Rosenior during his 2 games in interim charge. This is great news, isn't it? Great progression for Callum McFarlane. Some would say bursting onto the scene. Rosenior's also brought in his 2 assistants from Strasbourg, Khalifa Cisse and Justin Walker. Rosenior's first game in charge is the FA Cup tie at home to Charlton, live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. On Drive, Darren Bent told Andy Goldstein that he thinks Chelsea have lost their identity.
Chelsea's an interesting project. I don't really know what the model is meant to be at Chelsea. If it's buy young,
it's buy young, sell.
Okay, well,
buy young and not cheap, but cheaper, and then sell for big profit.
What and be successful.
Yeah. See, all of a sudden now, I'm looking at that Chelsea's model for me for a long period of time, certainly under Roman Abramovich, was very clear. A hire a manager, you either win the big uns or you get the sack.
Or you win the big uns and you get the sack.
But either way, this club will continue to win trophies and be successful now. Okay, you're not good enough, we'll go and get the next best manager in the world. He's not good enough, we'll go and get... Do you know what I mean? They will shop at like the top Harrods and Selfridges. That's where they're shopping. All of a sudden, with this new ownership, they're so far away from that.
Fascinating, isn't it? Chelsea situation is fascinating. Like we say, Rosenior's first game in charge is away at Charlton, live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. I said it was going to be the bridge is away for them tomorrow night. For all of the big stories, you can jump onto our website, talksport.com. You can also, as ever, watch us on your smart TV this morning. We're on Samsung, LG, Fire, Apple TV. It goes on and on and on, even on Prime Video, or you can watch along on the talkSPORT YouTube channel as well. Like and subscribe. 81089, by the way, is the text number where we're talking about punishments for Romero. What should be the punishment for him after speaking about the club and the board on social media? Keeping it light, people, keeping it light. A lot of people saying Thomas Frank should ban him for social media for the next month. If our boss Liam phoned me this morning and said, I'm banning you from social media for the next month, I'd honestly be in like cold sweats and all that. I'd doom scroll for fun like all day. So that would be hard for me. Good morning to Max in London. He said, even if Conor Bradley was time wasting, Martinelli has no right to try and pick up Bradley and force him off the field. Good morning to David Hutchinson. Shebahn, even if it's time wasting, you cannot do that. I'm sorry, but Martinelli was bang out of order. I agree, not a good look. But can we all just calm down? Like toughen up a little bit. He's not put a boot into him, has he? He just tried to push him off the pitch. He's all right. He's fine. It's his knee that might be the problem, not the push. Calm down. God, game's gone. Okay, it wasn't a good look. He's apologised. It's not a big deal. 81089 is the only Muse sees it that way. Drive safe out there this morning, guys, because Russ, the Forest fan, has sent us a video of the terrible snow in Derbyshire today. Looks rough. Go easy out and about the roads. FA Cup weekend starts tonight for you here on talkSPORT. We've got 11 FA Cup games live across the network this weekend as the third round gets off and running. It kicks off with Forest's trip to Wrexham tonight. It's the first time Wrexham have faced Premier League opposition since their Hollywood takeover the first time. Ahead of the game, Sean Dyche has called his opposite number, Phil Parkinson, a good operator.
I've seen his career from afar for a long time, played against him, seen his teams, had great success in the early days at Colchester. More or less successful ever has been, and he's certainly done a brilliant job there under positive circumstances, but still quite interesting circumstances with a lot of noise off the pitch.
Yeah, Wrexham against Forest, FA Cup third round live on talkSPORT tonight from 7 o'clock. One of the 32 ties for you across the weekend. We've got 3 non-league sides left in the competition. Not an awful lot, is it? Macclesfield host Palace live on talkSPORT tomorrow lunchtime. Of course, the holders of the competition, Boreham Wood, take on Burton Albion. Weston-super-Mare go to Grimsby. And then there's 4 Premier League ties to look forward to on the talkSPORT network as well. Tottenham, Aston Villa, Everton, Sunderland, Newcastle, Bournemouth and Manchester United against writing. Any potential upsets in there for you? You can stay across it all here on talkSPORT this weekend. Nick is here for a quick look at today's back pages. I mean, I'm at...
Go on.
Right, say I'm like, Nick, stop wasting time, and I kind of push your shoulder, right?
I mean, I think we can put the Romero and the Martinelli thing down to Latin, South American passion.
Fiery.
Well, if you watch football down there, it's like, I mean, the people are doing flying kung fu kicks.
I know. I don't think that's the right thing to do either.
No, absolutely
but we're acting like he's kung fu kicked him when he's down.
I think Martinelli, his behaviour was abominable, and he should face some kind of...
He's not realised.
But that doesn't matter because you don't know. He doesn't know.
But we saw earlier on in the game, somebody, who was it, tried to pick up Frimpong?
Yeah, it was Gabriel.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
He tried to pick up Wirtz.
Right, so time wasting is a thing. Now, Arsenal are all involved in this, but I just think it's all a bit insane. They're calling for his name and to be... It's all a bit much, and it's because people don't like Arsenal. It's not a good look for him. But he's went on social media as soon as he's realised, I've made a boo-boo there, and he's apologised to him, and he's gone straight to Bradley himself and said, I'm sorry for that, I didn't realise.
Sure, you've got two things here, right? One is Martinelli's horrible behaviour. It doesn't matter because you don't know what...
Nick, it's not that horrible.
It is because you do not know what situation the guy on the ground is. But the second problem is football's problem with allowing these players to dictate what goes on, time wasting, playing the referee. That's a football culture problem. I don't really see that changing anytime soon.
Exactly, and I think if he's thought, which I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, because he's not been involved with things like this before, obviously wants to win the game. Dominic Szoboszlai says, we want to win the game as well. You know, the player's health is more important. He's not realised. He's not realised what he's done.
Quick one, on the subject of South American football.
Go on.
Do you watch much stuff on YouTube?
Yeah, I love YouTube.
Well, Flamengo, the biggest team in Brazil, current Libertadores champions as well, are putting all of their games free on YouTube this year. So they've got the kind of the Carioca Rio State Championship coming up starting soon, and then the full league season. They're putting all of their home games free to air for everybody around the world. It's part of like a, you know, they're trying to grow this brand and trying to compete with the big European sides. We're seeing a couple of teams in Brazil, Palmeiras and Flamengo, starting to compete with European sides. We saw in the Club World Cup. So this is quite an interesting kind of move in terms of growing that global popularity of a team like Flamengo. So I'll be tuning in for a couple of games. Also, what do you think about... I'll tell you what, talk about football's culture problem. Cricket has a serious culture problem with drinking. Harry Brook he's on his final warning with the ECB after being hit by a nightclub bouncer in New Zealand the night before a one-day international captain. This is England's white ball captain drinking the night before a game, which the ECB have told us since is the only Ashes prep that England were doing. He's been fined £30,000. We understand he won't lose the captaincy, but I can't think of any other sports where we have a conversation about how much drinking is acceptable.
Yeah.
If you're a professional sportsman earning 1 million, 2 million quid for your contract every year, you should just not be drinking while you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a look to be held to a standard here, and I completely agree with you. You shouldn't be out doing that. If you're going to do it, just don't get caught and don't get put out by bouncers.
I remember an interview with Darren Fletcher who was talking about, I think he had 3 pints or something with his wife. He was out. He was told he wasn't playing the next day for Manchester United. Had a few pints. Then there was an injury. Found himself on the bench.
Right.
Obviously he'd been out the night before. Nothing too crazy, but I think it was 3 pints. And then there was an injury in the warm-up or early on. He was on, and he said it was one of the most difficult games of his career. Now, that is, if a footballer can't operate properly after 3 pints, how are these guys... England have been shelling catches all winter and all summer. I think there's a serious culture problem with cricket and English cricket.
And now that it's really hitting all of the headlines and it's everywhere to say, maybe now we'll see that change. I mean, we had it with football a number of years ago as well, that the drinking culture. I mean, Ray Parlour with you at 6 o'clock this morning, he's got a great story about 1 week. He went hard 1 week and then ended up having the week of his life on the pitch. I mean, I'll let Ray tell that story later on if we will. Nick, thank you very much. You're listening to the early breakfast here on talkSPORT. Like I say, Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour with you at 6 o'clock this morning on talkSPORT Breakfast. Coming up next, we'll hear from Steve Harmison and who he thinks could be in line to be the next England Test cricket captain. Morning.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Hiya, how you doing? Welcome along to the early breakfast show here on talkSPORT. Building up to talkSPORT breakfast with you at 6 o'clock this morning. Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour for some fun on a Friday morning. Miserable weather. Go safely out there today. Some of your headlines: Man United teammates Brown and Mbumo and Nisar Mazraoui face each other in the AFCON quarter-finals tonight. Hosts Morocco take on Cameroon. And also this afternoon, unbeaten Senegal play Mali. Bath will be without the injured England internationals Sam Underhill and Ollie Lawrence for the Rugby Union Champions Cup clash with Castors tonight. Gloucester duo Arthur Clark and Ollie Thurley are suspended for their trip to Edinburgh. And also Eddie Hearn says Anthony Joshua won't be making any snap decisions about his boxing career in the wake of losing two of his very close friends and colleagues. Hearn told White and Jordan it's not right to address speculation over AJ's future right now.
At this stage, it's definitely a no comment from us, just because of the respect to Anthony. Obviously, everything that he's been through, the tragic loss of Sina and Lats, and at the moment, Anthony needs time. Time and privacy, and there'll be no conversations from us about a career, any move, what's next. This is a terrible tragedy, and Anthony's going to need his own time, physically and emotionally. And at the moment, there's nothing to discuss or say. Let's give him his time. And, pray for him and, of course, all the families involved in this terrible incident.
Yeah, well said from Eddie Hearn there. Anthony Joshua needing his time after everything he's been through. Just absolutely awful. For more on this, you can head over to our website at talksport.com. 03717 223344 is the number. to get in touch with the show this morning. David, the Celtic fan, is with us now. We're talking about Martinelli's behaviour after pushing Conor Bradley when Conor Bradley was injured on the pitch last night. I want to say and give Martinelli the benefit of the doubt and say that he's not realised what he's done. He's passionate, he wants to win the game, he's trying to move it along. Time wasting's a big thing in football. He has apologised to Conor Bradley. David, the Celtic fan, is with us now. David, do you think it's all gotten a little bit out of control, this conversation?
I totally agree with you, Shebahn. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, yeah, what he did was wrong and he's apologised. Just move on. He's not throwing a punch. He's not put him off the pitch with his feet.
Yeah.
One of your Celtic legends, Tommy Gemmell, he in the 1968 World Club Championship after he'd won the European Cup, he ran the length of the pitch and kicked a racing for the Argentina player right up the backside. That was a red card.
I mean, I take your point there, David. I take your point. I've not seen anyone being given a good kick up the backside in a long time. I remember when I was young, you know, like, if I was bad, Mum and Dad would be like, I'll give you a kick up the backside. You know? It's not the same.
He did it in the World Cup qualifier. Scotland against Germany.
Shouldn't laugh.
One of the German players tripped him and he stood up for that, put him up the backside.
Listen, David, thanks so much for your call this morning. Listen, I think it's all going a bit far. I mean, it's not a good look on Martinelli. He's apologised. Okay, maybe he's not realised what's going on with Conor Bradley. It's not a good look, but I mean, the outcry over this, he's okay. He's not, as David said, he's not throwing a punch. He's not giving him a boot. He's pushed him, move off the pitch, get off the pitch. And God bless Conor Bradley. You know, that he's okay and it's not too bad. It does look like a nasty injury, don't get me wrong. But he's not realised that, okay? And I bet if Conor Bradley was covered in blood or cut his head, you know, Martinelli would have realised not done that. He's not seen what's happened. You want to give him the benefit of the doubt there. Let's all chill out, man. Let's all chill out. Everyone's deciding his punishment. That's it, because he's an Arsenal player. Let's ban him for life. I don't even support Arsenal, but the hate they get is unbelievable. The boys came into the office this morning and I will out them. They're like, it's just another reason to hate Arsenal, isn't it? That's what they're saying. So there is that agenda as well. Anywho, moving on to Darren, the Spurs fan. Darren, we're talking about Romero. What should be his punishment for speaking out against the board?
I don't think there should be any big punishment because I don't personally think he's saying how he feels as a player at Spurs. And
yeah, but managers, Darren, in the last couple of weeks have said how they feel about boards and got the sack.
Yes, but the manager doesn't have really any power anymore, and the problem at Spurs is everyone blamed Daniel Levy, and he was just an employee.
Daniel Levy didn't write that post. Romero wrote it, and Romero posted it.
Yes, but my point is. We've been moaning about Daniel Levy saying he's not doing enough for Spurs. But it's the board. Daniel Levy went to every game. That board, the Lewis family who own the club outright, most of the shares, they do not go to any game. They are sitting in Barbados. And that's all they do. They don't care about the club. Daniel Levy did. Okay. And this shows that it's getting worse because fans don't actually know what goes on at the club, but they think they do. And that's the biggest problem at Spurs. Romero's just saying how he feels. I don't have a problem with it.
We were kind of joking, though, Darren. We were joking about joke punishments because Jose made the players sleep at the Benfica training ground after losing the game to Braga. Any fun punishments for Romero?
I think he should be applauded the next time he comes on the pitch.
Go on, just a wee fun punishment, Darren. Darren, if you have to give him a punishment, what's it going to be?
A dunce cap?
I'll take it. Well said. We got there in the end. Darren, the Spurs fan, 03717 22 3344 is the number. Okay, it's time now for this.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move!
The front page is first on the early sports breakfast. talkSPORT.
Darren, he's a regular on the show. I love it when he gets in touch, but he's so Spurs serious. He shouldn't be punished. Give him a knighthood, an honorary knighthood. Hi, Nick.
Hello there. You ever fallen out with any of your family members that you want to talk about on air? Might be a bit sensitive.
No. If I've ever had a fallout with a family member, it's light-hearted fun stuff.
Okay.
We'll make up. No.
I mean, all families have their own problems and dynamics, but you've seen what's going on with the Beckhams.
By the way, I was talking about it to Jamie on holiday. When Bex put up that recent post about what a year it's been, getting a knighthood and winning trophies with Inter Miami and, Posh doing this and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, how sad that Brooklyn Beckham, the first child of theirs, has divorced his parents, or they've divorced that, whatever way it's worked out. I don't know the ins and outs, but I think it's really sad.
Well, the latest is Brooklyn Beckham sent a kind of legal warning to David and Victoria. They can only contact him through lawyers.
Oh my God, who is this boy? If this is true.
And he's also told them not to tag him in any social media posts.
Well, because they probably stopped tagging you a long time ago when you started behaving like an entitled little brat.
Quite a good headline on The Sun. Send Rit like Beckham. Not bad, is it?
I mean, obviously there's two sides to the story, right? I can't imagine wee Brooklyn Beckham had a normal upbringing when your mum and dad are the most famous people on the planet. But, I mean, they certainly made it look easy on him. And I just think, God forbid, you get to that age and you do that to your parents.
Well,
if this is true, if the Sun's version of events is true,
yeah,
I just think God love David and Victoria that their son turned into this.
There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I just hope it all works out. Maybe there'll be a sort of
reunion would be nice.
Kiss and make up at the end of it. Just wondering also, I think you've spoken about Jamie's gardening incidents before.
Yeah, he was strimming
That's right.
the edge of the grass and the stone popped up and smashed the window, which is apparently very common. Still not had that.
Yeah, it is common. Have you ever had any sort of DIY mishaps or anything?
Oh yeah. Sometimes, see, this is the thing. If I were to encourage my kids to do something, they'll say get a trade, because it's so handy to have somebody handy around the house. Like my sister's girlfriend's so blooming handy. She's going to fix garage shelves for me soon.
Right.
Jamie's useless, and I know it shouldn't be all on the man.
Shout out to Jamie.
I'm just as bad,
Yeah.
Jamie's mum's pretty good, I'll give her that.
Well, Foo Fighters are apparently a man down after guitarist Pat Smear suffered a bizarre gardening accident.
Oh, Pat.
So the Foo Fighters are on the road. We know Andy Townsend's a big fan.
Yeah.
But 66-year-old guitarist apparently smashed the S out of his left foot in some sort of gardening incident. So Pat Smear, absolute legend, played in Nirvana and the Germs as well. Wish him all the best.
Yeah, I've had a wee genuine phobia from the old lawnmower. We've got one of those robot ones in the summer because we've just got a tiny garden, tiny patch of grass.
Yeah.
And Jamie,
you've got a robot lawnmower?
And it just,
You got one of those robot vacuum cleaners?
No, I don't have the vacuum, got the lawnmower. I'd rather the vacuum.
Yeah.
But I mean, that wee thing just runs around the garden and it kind of acts like a wee pet.
Yeah, they're funny little things. Very finally, wannabe Kardashians are splurging thousands on celeb beauty fads, including salmon sperm facials.
Mhm.
Apparently, it's pretty good for you.
Andy Goldstein got one of those.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was there for ages.
Is that why he's looking so handsome at the moment?
Yeah.
So he's got his special hair wax and salmon sperm all over
You got
his
the
face.
salmon sperm facial, yeah.
Well,
would you get one?
Would I get one? I don't know. I'm not. I moisturise, but I've got dry skin. That's about all I do, really.
Listen, that's good for you. Keep your moisturising up.
They say I look younger than I.
Look at
than
my
I really
hands
am.
right now. I look like they've got
What's
the
wrong?
hands of a 120-year-old.
No, you don't.
Oh, so old looking when my nails are short, covered in newspaper ink.
Do you do any weird sort of beauty stuff?
Chapped. No, not really.
No.
Say I'm pretty easy going.
Naturally gorgeous.
Not really at all. Well, I have acne, so I'm on Roaccutane at the moment. You know,
Okay,
the
yeah.
tablets that actually cure acne.
Yeah.
Because nothing works. So, as you can see, my acne's kind of cured at the moment,
Absolutely.
which is amazing.
You're looking great.
Zoom into my face. Zoom right in.
I don't know if we've got time for this. Very quickly, Toby Carvery have launched their own festival-themed clothing line. Love a Toby Carvery. I saw online that Gerwyn Price apparently has got a Toby Carvery black card. He can just get unlimited meats.
You love Toby Carvery?
Love a Toby Carvery.
Well, that's your birthday present sorted when it all
Trip to Toby Carvery.
Yeah. I was just going to get you a jumper, but if you want to go for lunch,
jumper's good.
We'll do that instead. You're listening to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Coming up next, we'll tell you how you can win £26,000. Oh, January's tough on the old purse, isn't it? So we'll help you with that, and we'll look ahead to Liam Rosenior's first game in charge of Chelsea next. Hello there, good morning, 10 to 6. You're listening to the Early Sports Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour with you in 10 minutes time. Wonderful stuff for a Friday, apart from this weather being absolutely miserable and very dangerous as well. So go easy if you're out and about on the roads this morning. Right, time now for this.
26k for 2026 on talkSPORT.
How good would it be in January, especially the month of January, to get a cheeky little 26 grand to start your new year that little bit more wealthy? Lines close today. It's your final chance to enter this competition at midday today. The winner will be called. The cash will be paid straight to the bank account today. If you haven't entered already, what are you doing? You could win £26,000. It could be in your bank today. Dry January would be well and truly over if you're to win this. Here's how you can get involved. For your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338. Texts are £2.50 plus your one standard network rate. Get a pen and paper if you can. Call this number if you would rather. 0343 423 9761. That's 0343 423 9761. As I said, lines close at 12 p.m. today. You'll need to answer your phone if we call you for your chance to win. UK residents only, 18 plus. It's a network promotion. Full terms and conditions on the website talksport.com/win. Good luck to you.
26k for 2026 on talkSPORT.
Right, so if you missed the game last night, it ended up goalless between Arsenal and Liverpool. Taking all of the headlines this morning, the moment of madness from Gabriel Martinelli. Conor Bradley from Liverpool goes down injured. You can definitely tell watching at home, he's done something there. He's holding on to his knees, rolling around the pitch. Martinelli then goes over, he kind of throws the ball off Bradley. He then kind of puts a knee into him to kind of nudge him off the pitch. And then he just makes a full-on shove. He pushes Conor Bradley to try and get him off the pitch. He has been absolutely crucified on social media this morning. It's all over the back pages. The commentators on the game couldn't believe what they'd seen. Our Adrian Durham thought it should have been a red for Martinelli as well. It's really kicking off. Just to update you, Martinelli then went on social media. Conor Bradley was leaving the Emirates in crutches. He said, "I've spoken to Conor Bradley. I apologise. I hadn't realised that he was injured." And it wasn't a good look. And he wants to kind of hold his hands up and say he got that wrong. Fair play, Martinelli. I thought it was a good look that he's gone on and done that and put it right. He's not realised in the heat of the moment when he's trying to win the game what's going on. But listen, I think people are taking this too far, saying there should be more of a punishment. Emotions are high. He's acted out. He's done the wrong thing. But listen, he's not booted him. He's not put a punch in. He's not dragged them off by the ankles. Everyone needs to take a giant chill pill. I think 03717 223344 is the number. Hussein, brand new caller to the show, is with us now. Arsenal fan. Good morning.
Good morning, Shebahn.
Hiya, how are you? Hussein, are you feeling obviously for Martinelli this morning? Do you think it's again this kind of dislike towards the Arsenal fan base? Martinelli's actions here have highlighted that a little bit more, I think.
No, but the thing is, Shebahn, is emotions are running high. Martinelli didn't know this guy is injured, but people that are calling for red card, that's absurd. Especially Jason Candy saying that, come on, he would have done exactly the same. I'm sure about that. Because he didn't know whether Conor Bradley was injured or not.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Saying that this is a red card, it shouldn't be a red card. Absolutely not. I think we're just getting very petty with red cards for this, red card for that. You know what I mean?
I think it's a bit petty as well, and I think Conor Bradley's a big boy. He's been pushed. He's okay. It's the knee that will be the issue for him, not the push. It happens in football. I also think we kind of need to toughen up a little bit, maybe as well.
Absolutely, Shebahn.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, Hussein, are you off to work this morning? First time caller on the show.
Oh, thank you, Shebahn.
Thank you
and
very
have
much.
a lovely day.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Be careful out there. The weather's absolutely atrocious. So saying there 03717 223344 is the number. It's FA Cup weekend, everybody, and we're building up to a massive one for Liam Rosenior. It all kicks off tonight, by the way, with Wrexham taking on Nottingham Forest from 7.
The FA Cup third round always delivers drama. Kiefer Moore for Wrexham! And Callum Wendell has his first Forest goal. Chance to pop a ball across the penalty area from Willock and finished by Johan Ritter.
It's in! They've squeezed it in! David Brooks makes it count!
Across into the near post, and the header is sent in by Christian Romero. Flicked away, comes back to Cash, and Cash finishes it brilliantly at the far post.
Nibs puts it away! Harvey Nibs back in the Charlton side today.
Reece James right-footed and in. It's a brilliant free kick.
Swift with the shot. Oh, it's 1-1. And Portsmouth are level.
Trossard has hit it in. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Trossard.
Big deflection. Dallo turns it in at the Stretford end, and Manchester United lead.
Believer though from distance. Oh my word! Believer!
talkSPORT, your place to be this weekend for the FA Cup third round action, all underway tonight here on talkSPORT. Then tomorrow we have Crystal Palace's trip to Macclesfield. Wayne Rooney's brother John in charge there. That's live for you on talkSPORT from midday tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Liam Rosenior's first game in charge of Chelsea. Tricky game away at Charlton. So you've got all of that to look forward to in the FA Cup weekend. So many games, 11 of them live for you on the talkSPORT network. You will not miss a thing. Download the talkSPORT app. You can take us anywhere with you. Alan Brazil is here, baby. He is looking glorious this morning. Yesterday in the show, hypnotist Paul McKenna was with Gabby and Alan and asked if he can lose a few pounds through hypnosis.
How's the losing weight? I wonder me and Alan could do with a hand. What do you do? Hypnotise or just say do not eat?
Well, no, that is quite the opposite actually. What
Show
you
your
do-
mouth up.
you change your relationship to food. So you basically you feel full faster. You eat slower, so you can hear the signal that says you're full. There's a whole series of things like that.
What happens if you have a wife who keeps feeding you? No, you've not had a good meal yet. You finish all that. I'm not hungry. Maybe I should hypnotise her.
Yeah, I think that's the way.
I love that Alan Brazil is blaming his wife for feeding him too much. You have the choice, Al. By the way, I will say that man has lost weight and he looks very, very well. talkSPORT Breakfast on the way next. A massive show. FA Cup weekend ahead of us. Exeter City manager Gary Caldwell is going to be with them. Charlton vice chairman and ex-Chelsea defender Paul Elliott looking ahead to their game at the Valley, and Western Supermare keeper Max Harris at previewing their trip to Grimsby. talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan and Ray on the way next. Enjoy.